The word Sai in Sye Raa Narsimha Reddy is basically a call to action, a war cry often used in traditional sports. Megastar Chranjeevi takes it literally and gets into character from the very first frame and charges full steam until the climax. He's dreamed of making a costume film for over 25 years now and regretted his exit from cinema without getting to play king. This film is his dream come true. Directed by Surendra Reddy and starring Nayanthara, Tamannaah Bhatia, Vijay, Sethupathi, Sudeep and Amitabh Bachchan, does Sye Raa ride the epic genre bandwagon to victory? You've got 3 minutes to decide, so let's get to it. Still a Chiru Telugu movie. Now, there are some staple ingredients in a Chiru movie that are fail-safes and also pretty enjoyable if you are into the Telugu flick ethos. Suspend disbelief for now and come along. 1. Chranjeevi can do anything, but he can do no wrong. He can hold his breath underwater indefinitely. He's a master of the 4 Vedas, a lover extraordinaire, and a terrific fighter. 2 heroines. The Telugus harbour an ongoing fetish for 2 wives. This is actually a whole genre of Telugu cinema that's worth exploring separately. For now, take my word for it. Telugu mass hero equals 2 heroines. In the late 80s and 90s, it was 2 wives specifically. Chiru is a 90s celluloid god, so it's 2 wives in this film, played by Nayanthara and Tamannaah Bhatia. Now, they both look regal, and Nayanthara displays a screen presence that even subverts megastar's charisma when they share a scene. Emotion-driven fights. This is good versus evil in its purest form. If the movie was set in the 90s or now, the villain's villainy would need to be established. But because it's the British, the bad makeup and powder wig and an appropriate background score are enough to make your blood boil with patriotic fervor. I tell you, there's nothing more fun than to be sucked into the world of a Telugu megastar film. And this one's the largest and most expensive film that Chiranjeevi's ever acted in. Ever. And the gamble has paid off. History. First off, this movie is based on historical events. It's not a documentary. The Right Rebellion of Narsimha Reddy wasn't the first. This happened in 1847, but before Narsimha Reddy, there was Veerabandiya Kattabomman, who fought and died for the same reasons in 1799. Interestingly, they belong to the same community of Palekarar or Palegadu, the feudal title for a class of territorial, administrative and military governors during the 16th to 18th centuries. Even that dialogue is used here. It was a 5,000 strong rebellion which ended in a public hanging witnessed silently by over 2,000 people. Narsimha Reddy's head was on display on the fort wall for 30 years till 1877 when the wall collapsed. This film was made with heart, not the head. So don't go looking for historic accuracy or logic. It's larger than real life. Much, much larger. A number of Telugu movies have been dubbed into Hindi and are a staple TV diet of Hindi channels since about 2006. It used to be the over-the-top dialogues and song and dance. But movies like Sarai Nodu, Fida, Magadira and a number of other recent films have superior cinematography, stylization and most of all, excellent fight choreography. Sye Raa had 4 stunt choreographers, Greg Powell, Lee Whitaker and Ram Lakshman. Heavy borrowing from Lord of the Rings, Wonder Woman, 300, Avengers Age of Ultron and a host of other films, but it's done beautifully. And the final battle is a visceral treat. The Telugus have mastered the art of the emotional build-up that pulls the audience into the fight hook, line and sinker. Sye Raa does it with aplomb. They're fighting the British. Aur kitna loge bhai? Amit Trivedi's title track and background keep up the goosebumps constantly, although the jukebox isn't really stunning. It's about creating a larger-than-life legend. Trivedi does it with long horns and Japanese drums. The end. The beginning. I know it sounds cheesy, but Sye Raa, after 2017's Khaidi number 150, is an even bigger comeback film for the megastar. He's well on his way to round 2, like Rajinikanth with Peta. Patriotic fervor, all the 4 states, southern states coming together. Treachery, rousing speeches, brilliant cameos by Jagpati Babu, Sudeep, and a lazy yet charming Vijay Sethupathi, and supreme sacrifices. Sye Raa is a tightly woven epic that's visually stunning and holds for 2 hours and 50 minutes.